Let's check the chat room and see what they have to say. Don't know where they are. Let me see. This is a mess. This is already a complete and utter mess. Let's see what they say here. Oh, there's lots of people in the chat room. Hi. Hi, Joe Fury. Hi, Joy. Hi. Has it started yet? YouTube hasn't. Is that an accent? No, it's not an accent at all. It's you Americans that have accents. Let's see Ben McKnight's. Hoi hoi. No YouTube yet. Tell me when the YouTube shows up. Because I'd like to know what's happening. Let's see. Oh my goodness. No YouTube yet. Let me try something. Let me take a look at it. Oh, YouTube is on. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I knew I should have had Joe the Marshal here telling me what to do or doing some kind of technical thing because this is insane. This is insane. Anyway, I think we all need breaths now. Take in a breath, in through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. I hear Bené clearing his throat. He's getting ready, perhaps to sing a song. Let it out. I hear Bené breathing back there. Yeah, I know a lot of you are getting very excited from the breathing. In through the nose, out through the toes. Yes, a lot of you wonder, do our guests do the breathing as well? Now you know, of course they do. And let it go. Todd Lee says he hears guitar intermittently. Yes, that is Bené. He is warming up because he's going to do some guitar playing. Because you know he's an international pop star as well as an actor. Very good. You hear the beautiful sultry sounds. Okay, in through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. I feel like I'm in an Italian film, or maybe a Spanish film. Let it go. Joe, do you only own one shirt? Well, no, I have multiple shirts. Thousands of shirts. You should see my closet. I have a walk-in closet with just shirt after shirt after shirt after shirt. Some of them are a little bit lighter in color. Some of them a little different color, but all in the same kind of genre. I guess I don't wear, I'm not tacky like Joel Marshall who wears T-shirts all the time. That's embarrassing. Greg Whittler. Was that Bené playing guitar in the background? Because it was great! Yes, it was great! Oh yeah, it's so great. I mean, he's such a, let's face it, he's multi-talented. All right, let's move into the show now, show portion. There he is. Bené Genois. So good to see you. When was the last time we saw each other?
Man, I don't know. I think it was at the Quiznos.
It was at Quiznos. You got the ham and cheese and with some, I think you had Swiss. Is that right?
Yeah, man. Swiss cheese, Swiss models, Swiss. Isn't there a hostess Swiss?
I think there's something called like Swiss
Miss.
Swiss Miss.
Swiss Miss. Hot chocolate. Man, I don't know if it's just me on my end, but yes. You sound like you're a Cylon. There's like distortion.
Oh, I'll have to check the chat room on that one.
Chat room?
Chat room. Camila Lopez says she's sweating. So, I think because you're so sexy. But Bené... no, she's sweating from stress. Swiss knife. It's another Swiss. If you have any other
Swiss
Swisses,
Army.
Swiss
Army knife.
Swiss cupcake.
Cupcake.
No distortion out there in the YouTube land, at least.
Weird.
So
that's what.
Bené, it's some kind of technical. You need to get yourself.
I'm gonna do a quick preferences Changeroonie, and I'm going to be out for a second.
Okay.
Oops, that's not it.
You know, this is great because everyone out there gets to see the kind of work that we performers do, the behind the scenes specialty that we have to have in every area. We can't just, it used to be the performers should just walk out onto the stage. Is that COVID flying around you, Bené? No, it's a disco ball. It's another little trick that we do, is we can have a disco ball playing all the time, and that way every place we go, it's a party. It's a party. Sounds good to me. I think Bené is on crack, says Guignel. Todd Lee says you need to roll the kernel. That's a technical term for restarting your computer, but I don't recommend that right now. Pam Palmieri says all sound disappeared. Disappeared. Definitely Bené's sound has disappeared. I don't know what's happening on that end, but it's quite extraordinary. He's giving me one of these, which means hold on a second. So, as a result, I'm going to tell you a story while we're waiting for Bené. And the story goes something like this. Yesterday, I got a message from someone on Facebook. And her name... We want a live reboot. User error, gah. So yes, I get a message from Sue Pascal Sweeney, and she says, you have got to see this, Joe. And she's one of the people who watches the show, and I thought, yes, I do have to see this. I will. And I took a look at it, and it was just spectacular. And so what I did is, because I'm so quick with the internet and all the different technical things, as you can tell, I got permission to show this video on my show. And it is, let me see if I can get Boney. Boney! Boney! No, Boney's not around. Perhaps you go, maybe if you go, oh, I'm waiting. So I can't hear you. No, I cannot hear you. No hearing. It's okay. Maybe go off the website and go back. Go back. Perhaps. So anyway, I get this thing. We're going to watch it right now. Well, Bené gets his shit together. It's probably my fault. This is a very new technology. It's a very new technology. Perhaps he could go out and come back in. I don't know. Let's see. Yes, Joel can come back. It's too bad Joel isn't here because he really knows what he's doing. That man knows what he's doing. If there's anything about technology that you need to know, you just contact Joel. Yes. Let's see. Let's bring him in again. Bené.
Do you
Yes,
hear me?
I hear you. I hear you. This is so great to have you back. That was so scary. But anyway, I set it up. I set up the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to watch some videos, unless you're going to play a song. Is that what you're going to do? It looks like
No,
you're
man,
playing a
show
song.
the clip. If you want me to set up the clip, probably needs some setting up.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Please.
First of all, number one, thanks to Joe for getting me on this show again.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that. That's number one.
I pulled some strings.
Cool. I know you are the puppet master.
Yes. Like
so that's number one. Number two is commonly used to describe defecation,
Yes.
So we'll skip that. Number three, I want to set up this clip. So I made a movie called I Am a Knife with Legs.
Yes.
This is the sequel, Tango Europa. I've been working with Bennett Jones and Ashley and Beefy for years on this movie. Very complicated. We lots of effects. That's why it's taking so long. Original music. We shot it all through Europe. It takes up where Knife with Legs left off. So if you've seen that,
which
you're
most
in for
of us
a treat.
have. If you haven't, you should check it out. It's on Amazon. It's also on. Just Google "I Am a Knife with Legs" and you'll get it. It's everywhere. But yes, marvelous film. Marvelous. I mean, it's I want to talk to you about that later. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's get to this clip.
Good man. So this clip is rather than I just threw this together, just some of the visuals, a little bit of the music, a little bit of the vibe. You'll watch and you'll think, is this an animated movie? Not really. There's just a few moments, a lot of digital effects, but it's a live action film. We shot it all over Europe. It's a lot of fun. So that's it, man.
You're
Roll
going
that.
to be blown away by this. I mean, that's all I have to say. Here we go.
And the guitar is an Epiphone.
This has never been seen before, by the way. The guitar, for Greg, it is an Epiphone. Wonderful guitars. Here we go. A clip from Europa. No, what's the name of that guy?
Tango
Europa. Thank you. We're down here in the corner here if you want to see us as well. I'm going to turn this up. Startling footage. Whoa. I must say, I am stunned. I am stunned with the incredible talent that is coming out of that cavernous apartment there. I have the only thing I have to say is Swiss rolls. Right? They're kind of like ho-hos. I think
Swiss
that's what
rolls, man. Right.
That's
it
what
was
I think
like
that's
a
what you're talking
ho-ho.
about. It was like a ho-ho.
But classy. It would be like for a special. If you had an exchange student from Europe,
Yes, you serve
break
the
out
Swiss
the
rolls.
Swiss rolls. Throw those ho-hos in the trash. Get the
This-
Swiss rolls, man.
This is
Ho-hos.
unbelievably. It is unbelievable. This film, and I don't know how you do this film. I'm dumbfounded. I must say, I'm a bit
But
dumbfounded.
man, all I do is I just write the tunes. I play the tunes.
Bennett
I
Jones.
go
Bennett
to the
Jones is the guy
parties.
who puts
It's
the
this
whole
dude
thing
Bennett
together.
Jones who does. He's some people have described him as a mad scientist. Some have described him as an angry scientist,
Yes.
like mad, crazy, or angry. I'm not sure which.
Now I have a
But
few things to ask
it's
you about. While I have you on the show, Bené, how do you balance your life between acting and performing music, and and then also all the networking that you have to do to get the roles and get stay relevant and be in these incredible films? Like, how do you balance all that and keep your mind sane? How do you do it?
you know it as good as I do, man. I mean, you're also in the same league as me,
Why, thank
special
you.
league.
I appreciate
You
that.
know that 20,000 leagues under the sea.
That's right.
We're
That's
like
right.
20,000 leagues above
That's right.
the
We're
sea,
way,
above
way up there.
everyone.
Way up there, looking down on everyone,
Many
just
assistants help
going
with
like,
everything.
I hope they are going to be all right down there. Because I look down at all the people and think, well, how are they doing it? How are they doing it? You know? But I
It's
have to
not
keep,
for us to, we need to, every celebrity has a job, which is to lead a life of total luxury and hedonism as inspiration,
That's right. It's
for
actually
the,
like a public service, I think, right?
yeah,
I mean, sometimes I
because,
don't want to buy another car. Sometimes
right.
I don't want to fly in a private jet, but it's my duty to get on the jet, take the Instagram picture, do everything that I can to inspire people, inspire them to, someday they could lead the life of luxury,
Yeah, man.
you know?
It's like, the Running Man, that game show.
The Running Man.
Somehow it's similar.
You mean how they
But
run
that,
really
that movie,
fast?
Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yes, there was a
forget about
movie.
the oblique.
It's very much like that. Always running, trying to get more opulence,
But
trying to
man, if we
just
want to get,
accumulate.
if I'll tell you, man, if because people might have, I see no activity in the chat room. What
None
happened?
whatsoever. I think they might be talking, but I think because I'm, I'm not a DJ per se. Let's see what they said. Come back down, Bene and Joel. I think you're talking, I think you mean Joe. Joe. Did I miss out on the pre-show mushrooms again? Apart from this comment, I am speechless. Yes, and I think that's referring to the film that we just saw.
Well, man, I just, as a service for everybody and yourself as well, what
Yes.
I can do is I can invite Bennett Jones to step in to explain any of the questions about the making of the movie
Yes, I
and
would
stuff
love
like
to.
that,
That would be wonderful. Do you
because he
think
knows a lot more than I do. He's actually wearing the same shirt as me today.
he's wearing the same
But
shirt?
yeah, this is from Fantasia, the
Yes.
premiere of Knife with Legs
Oh,
in 2014 in Montreal was Fantasia Film Festival. Mitch Davis was Mitch Davis is the dude who was introduced Knife with Legs to the world, basically. He's the. I'll let you know what. Let me get Bennett to talk about all this, man.
okay. Well, it's so wonderful even having you for a moment. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, okay.
I can't believe we're getting Bennett Jones on here again to talk about Knife with Legs. I recently.
Hey, man.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
So I
Bennett.
just bumped into Bené in the hallway there,
Yeah.
and he said you guys might have some questions about the movie.
Oh, definitely. So, Tango Europa. Why? Why?
Why that title?
Why that
Good
title?
question.
What does it mean?
So in brief, Knife with Legs toured a bunch of cities, and in 2015 we went to Helsinki, and they paid for the whole thing. So I brought along Beefy, the co-star.
Yes.
I got a pretty decent Panasonic camera, some sound gear. We shot and we were in Europe for 2 weeks. We shot a bunch of cool footage in the Louvre by the Berlin Wall. Little comedic scenes. Brought it back here, started cutting it, and realized this could be expanded into an interesting sequel. So I shot new stuff here. I incorporated footage I shot as a kid, Super 8 footage. That shot that you see of the Cutlass
Yes.
taking off, I was filming that in 1980, like 84. I shot that Super 8 camera bolted to the front of my dad's Chevette, like inches upside down. So the lens is 2 inches from the ground. I was very influenced by Road Warrior.
Tell me, what kind of a camera was that back in
It was a
1984?
Super 8,
Super 8
Super 8
camera,
film, yeah.
like a full-on film camera.
Yeah, so that's all
Some
film.
people don't know about this, but there used to be a thing where you'd film, and it was
Right.
on like a kind of a cellophane kind of thing, and it would pick up images. And it was
You could
like
actually look at it.
you could
Yeah.
hold it up and look at it. You could slice it. You could touch it. Yes, tell me more. So that you mounted it on the bottom of your dad's car and just shot
Chevy
Chevette. Because I know that you used to be famous for driving a Dodge Dart.
That's correct. Yeah, and my mom's Dart is in because there's other footage I shot back then. Anyway, is her Dodge Dart is in. Actually, no, she had a Plymouth Valiant. Sorry.
Tell me the story of the young child from Knife with Legs.
Well, let me get to the. You asked about the title, and then I'll get to Ashley. So I basically constructed this story. Very difficult to write a script after you've shot tons of footage and try to make things match. It was quite a long process of writing, and then a long process of learning new After Effects techniques and expanding my vocabulary visual effects wise, writing new music. But finally a story emerged, and I was able to incorporate Ashley's character from the first one. She plays the SSD, the super soldier, escapee from a military mind control program. And now she's a teenager.
She was not an SSN.
Right. Well, she's an
SSD.
SSD, that's right.
Yes.
So anyway, as I was working on it, I thought of a good friend of mine was doing a lot of tango dancing, and he's actually my friend Matthew, who plays the robot, the inflatable robot in the first movie.
Yes.
He's really into tango and tango. So I started listening to some
actually,
tango.
I think I used to tango with him. We were actually partners for a while.
Really?
Yes. It's just a small world. But for a while there, I was studying it for a movie, and he was just so into it. I'm pretty sure that was him.
Could be.
He's a tall gentleman.
Yeah, and Matthew is a very uncommon name.
Right. As soon as I heard it, I was like, "Oh, Matthew! I know Matthew."
But yes, tall guy, very tall.
Of course, yes.
So anyway, I started listening to tango, and then I wrote it. I decided, well, I think I'll write a title track, and I'll call it tango. The song is going to be a tango. And I've always loved the word Europa. There's some good movies, Europa. There's one called...
I noticed in the style, when the thing opens up right away, I felt that sort of Europa style. That kind of 70s, like Europa, like I'm sitting at the AMC theaters and maybe, I'm going to see a really exciting film. That's what I felt. It brought me back to the time when there used to be like a picture of a camera and they go do 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 do.
Oh yeah.
Little balls would come across the screen. Yes. And that got me so excited for the movies back then, and I got that same childish buoyancy.
Oh yeah. That you're seeing Super 8 leader at the beginning where the plane flies into that's yes. Super 8 leader. So anyway, I ended up with the title Tango Europa, and it has multiple meanings in the movie, and it really kind of everything kind of fit together in an experimental way, and it's gradually fitting into a really neat story.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see this
as far as Ashley's role in it, she is. So we were filming her when she was 14, 15, and now she's 18. And it's as in that period of a kid, you start to change.
Oh, it's such a changing period.
I mean, when I was 14 and when I was 18, I looked so different.
Totally.
So you have to move fast, and we got some good stuff of her. There's a scene at the Getty Museum here in LA. We inserted her into the Louvre Museum.
Yes.
In a footage we shot in the Louvre. Wow. and she has a couple of songs in the film. Without it, I won't give anything away about the story, but so I did a couple of songs with her that are sort of from her character's point of view, and yeah, it's really great. And she's got a bunch of animated fight scenes, so she's fighting an invisible person.
Is she
and
a
I just,
martial artist? That's what I'd like to know. Because
she's done.
when I
She's
see
taken.
her, you know, in that two-dimensional kicking,
Yeah.
I think she must be some kind of a flexible martial artist that was trained from a child.
Well, she's done some stage combat. Yeah, she was taking some of that.
I knew it. I
And
have an
definitely
eye for that
went
kind of thing. I see it.
Yeah.
And I know.
Yeah,
it.
we well, Joel and I studied stage combat
Yes,
back.
Joel goes on and on about his stage combat. It's so long ago, and he said he did some kind. He was like certified stage combatant. It just goes on and on and on, and just makes, you know how it goes. Boring.
So anyway, I'm very excited about this one, and the plan is to make it a trilogy.
Yes.
And the third one is one where we'll do it in a traditional way: write a script, raise money, shoot the movie.
Get it.
And
Attach
have it move
attach a
faster.
star, perhaps.
I have a bunch of ideas in terms
Just
of
attach some kind of a star. I can't think of any right now,
like,
but you
just-
could, you know, just attach someone that would
just
boost
stapled.
it. You know, you're bringing tons of money that way. That's the thing.
The only reason I saw Piranha 3D was I saw Richard Dreyfuss on the, I went to Redbox.
Yes.
Oh, Richard Dreyfuss is in this.
Oh yes, Piranha. Don't you
He's
think
dead in the first 3 minutes.
No way.
The movie is
It's good.
fantastic.
You know, I've heard that you're a
Hilarious.
huge fan of MacGruber.
Oh.
Film MacGruber. Is this true?
Forget about it.
Forget about
It's
it.
amazing.
I've never seen it. And don't know if I'm going to either. But
Oh.
now that you recommend it, I guess I must. I must. Now, here's my other question. In the original movie, I Am a Knife with Legs, there is a moment where I think Harrison Ford steps into the scene. He's
That's
wearing
right, yeah.
a tie, he comes in, and all of a sudden, I feel the essence of Harrison Ford. Now, is this something that was planned? Did you get him to do a voiceover? What is it about Harrison Ford that all of a sudden I just had a vision, like he was visiting me, but I knew he was not on the screen? It was either Bené or it was Bennett Jones. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, there's a lot of theories about who it was, and I can't disclose it. But Harrison Ford happens to be here right now.
Wow.
And he's wearing the same shirt as me.
Oh my God, I'd love to
So
talk to him.
if
Could you
you
bring
wanna-
him in?
Yeah, I can. He's right over
That'd be
here.
great. I love
Just
his
have to-
intensity.
He's actually looking quite good these days.
Is he? He's probably been using Crepe Erase, which is my skin product. It's everyone's secret. Harrison, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you since you and I and
Joe
Bené.
Fury,
Yes.
I have not seen you in years.
I know. When did we last see each other? Was it Quiznos?
It was at a Quiznos.
Yes. You and Bené were together?
It was me, you, Bené, and my wife
It is
at
so intense.
Quiznos.
Oh my God.
I can't believe this is happening. What did you do to yourself? You look like crap.
Oh, well, it's been tough lately. It's hard to work out because I've got so much work, and I don't know how you
I'm
do
just
it.
busting your balls. You look great. You look great.
Oh, you totally
always look
fooled me,
great.
Harrison. You
I
totally-
love the hat. Well, that's acting. The thing about acting is, all acting is being handsome, talking without moving your head. That's acting.
It took me so long to learn how to not move my head.
Give me a line from a movie and I'll show you acting. Ready?
Okay. Earn more sessions, try sleeving.
What?
Earn more sessions, try sleeving. It's from the movie. You asked me. I came up with one because I'm an improv artist, and this is from Roxanne, the movie Roxanne.
Right. Oh, right. Okay. Here's bad acting.
Okay.
Earn more sessions. Try sleeving. Moving my head around.
Yes, it's all
I was
that.
handsome. I was speaking fine, but I was moving
Moving
my
your
head.
around. Oh, I have that problem.
People don't move their heads.
Yes.
earn more sessions. Try sleeving.
I see how the intensity just comes right out of your face when you do that. I'm going to adopt that. You know, it took me years. To learn just even to stand still, and I still have not mastered it. But now that you say that, I'm going to take a workshop on stillness. Well, thank you, Harrison. Could you get Bené or Bennett, one of the two, back on the screen? Because I'm sure you have an intense scene to do somewhere in the world.
Yeah. Every second I'm here, I'm losing millions.
Millions. Well, we thank you so much for gracing the stage, the lunch therapy stage, on this auspicious day. Now,
one question.
Oh, yes.
What's up with your chat room? They got Harrison Ford on there, and there's nothing.
I was so mesmerized by Harrison Ford. Can you not see the chat room? Let's see. Does Bené give workshops in filmmaking?
Harrison, look.
Frankly, my darling, I don't give a damn. Oh, that was the line. See, everyone's involved, and I am just mesmerized by Harrison Ford.
See?
Quiznos
that's where all the magic is. The magic is in the chat room. I'll leave you with that.
Thank you very much. Joel wanted to change the show name to Lunch Therapy to Stage Combat Time. Oh, that was back when we were talking about the stage combat.
You want to see Bené or Bennett?
So nice to see all of you. I guess I've got to end the show, unfortunately.
Bené or Bennett?
I'd like to see Bennett.
Okay.
Thank God. This has been a wild trip. Thank you, Bennett. Thank you for hooking us up with Bené. You know, it was so long ago that I had, and then also, I mean, what an unexpected walk-on to have Harrison Ford. This is your life, I guess, now. This is your life.
Yeah, I got Bill Macy back there, Alec Baldwin.
You know, I always wondered
Michael
where,
Caine.
You know, do you, Michael Caine's there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And he and I wear the same glasses, so I don't even have to leave.
Wow, could you bring him on?
Did you know?
Oh, there he is.
Did you know?
Yes.
It's great to see you, Joe. Did you know that I grew up right down the road from Charlie Chaplin?
No way.
He grew up in the same neighborhood as me. Don't even bother with it. Thanks, Mr. Caine.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable to meet Michael Caine like this. You know, when I came to Los Angeles, I thought that there'd be movie stars everywhere. But apparently they're just in your apartment. That's where they are. In your fabulous...
Oh, the thing on the center of... There's a question.
Yes.
The thing on the center of the bar.
Over the door.
That's where I hang my heavy bag. So there's a hanky to keep the chain from bumping into my head when I walk under it.
I wanted to ask you, you know, in the film Nice with Legs, there's Bené has the shirt with the ab hole.
Yeah. Oh, good question. Yeah, people want to know, is the ab hole going to be in the sequel?
Tell me about that. Will it be in the sequel? And can we purchase them? Is what
the ab hole, which is explained early on the sequel, Bené moves on from the ab hole, and we realize he has, as he says it, he dropped the ab hole T-shirt just when it was capturing the imagination of those who didn't have one. Unimagination, I mean.
Yes, the unimagination.
So and the reason for that is a practical one, because when I was shooting in Europe and traveling around, I didn't want to be walking around in that costume all day long.
People coming up to
we were shooting on the fly. There's no way I was going to.
And then also there was the review in Variety where they said that thing about your abs, and you took offense.
Dennis Harvey in Variety said my abs were theoretical and furry.
I would take that as a compliment. There's only one way you can take it, as a compliment. All right. Now, I'm going to have to end the show because, you know, I have a movie set to get to, of course. I do a pretty good Marcel Marceau impersonation, Greg Wurtelas says, and I would love to see that. I'd
like to hear that on the radio.
Yes. I think he has. I think he did it on Fresh Air.
This is Fresh Air.
This is Fresh Air.
You do a good Marcel Marceau. That was incredible.
All right. Thank you so much, Bennett and Bené and Harrison and Michael Caine for being on the show today. I'm just overwhelmed, overblown. When do you think the movie's going to come out?
I am
Take over
hoping
Europa.
spring.
When?
I'm really hoping spring 2021 will have a premiere, or in that season, spring or summer.
Better.
Practical, smooth, and bulbous.
Greg Wurtler did his impression on the show. Thank you so much
Oh.
for doing your impression of Marcel Marceau on the show. It was beautiful. It was
So
lovely.
yeah, hopefully a premiere next spring.
All right, next spring. Looking
You're
forward to
welcome.
it. I'm gonna hold you to it, and so is Ben McKnight's. I know it's a lot of
Should
work.
we go out with a song?
Yeah, let's go out with a song.
Or you got to close this. You go out and close your show, man. I keep pushing through the market square. So many mothers sighing. News had just come over. I'm ripping off your accent with some.
It was beautiful.
good
I love it. I don't have an accent, by the way. You Americans have accents.
Ooh,
You
my bad.
Americans have these silly accents. Hi, how's it going? What are you doing? Mm-hmm. It's a ridiculous accent. It sounds like a fool, a cartoon. I can do them.
That's a
though.
good
I
American.
can do an American accent just like that.
Wow,
That's the way I
that's
just go
amazing.
in and out. Yeah. I mean, I'm always amazed the casting directors when I walk in and just lay it on
so
them. They're
crazy. It's like you become really, your personality shifts too.
yeah, the whole thing. It's bizarre. So anyway, enough of me. Enough about me. We're going to have to move on. We're moving on to the dance break. That was sort of a dance break. Ganel says, get that man a T-shirt. Of course, we'll get you a lunch therapy T-shirt with perhaps a nab hole. I don't know. Maybe he can modify it. Thanks, Bennett, Bené, Harrison, and MC. MC
Michael
Hammer.
Bloody Caine.
All right. Dance break. You might appear in the dance break. I'm going to be playing music from a wonderful busker, because I love buskers on the show. So here we go. We're moving into the dance break. Here we go. Oh, no!
2, 3, 4.
They're playing Wicked Game by Chris
Love this
Isaac.
song.
It's a great tune. And what happens is at home, everyone dances. It's wildly.
World was
They
on
put
fire and no one could save me.
disco balls on the ceiling all over. Right now,
Dreams
millions
what
of viewers
desire
are dancing.
will make foolish people
Get us
do.
out of the guy's face.
I never dreamed that I'd
Are
meet
you going to join in with
somebody
us?
like you. And I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna
Yes, and I
fall
talk
in
over the music as
love.
well. Because that's what we do.
No, I
talk right over the music.
don't wanna fall in love with you.
All right, so that's the end of the show. I can't play the whole thing. Thank you, Bennett. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to go work on my stillness.